Imagine diving into the deep blue and discovering something that flips our understanding of the ocean upside down. Well, scientists recently did just that. From bizarre creatures lurking in the depths to ancient shipwrecks revealing secrets of the past, the ocean holds mysteries that continue to baffle even the brightest minds. Get ready, because today we're diving into a shocking underwater discovery that's sending ripples through the scientific community. Number 15. Mysterious encounter in the Arctic depths, a diver's tale. Imagine diving into the cold, serene waters of the Arctic, expecting nothing more than the usual marine life, only to come face to face with something unexplainable. That's exactly what happened to a team of experienced divers on a routine mission. As they explored the ocean depths, one of them spotted what they first assumed was a seal. But as they drew closer, they were stunned to realize that this was no ordinary creature. With pale skin and limbs resembling fins, the being had the shape of a human, but moved through the water like it belonged there. The divers could hardly believe their eyes. The creature's dark, shark-like eyes gleamed through a protective layer, and its fluid motion through the icy waters was both mesmerizing and eerie. When they tried to approach, it swiftly vanished into the depths, leaving the team in shock. This wasn't just another curious marine animal. Could it be a real-life mermaid or something else altogether? The encounter left them with more questions than answers. As strange as it sounds, tales of such humanoid sea creatures aren't new. In Japan, these beings are known as ningans, described as massive, mermaid-like creatures with mysterious, barely discernible features. They're said to vanish as quickly as they're spotted, making it nearly impossible to capture them on film. Some researchers even believe that the isolated and unexplored regions of the Arctic could be home to these elusive beings. Could the divers have witnessed one of the most mysterious creatures known to humankind? Number 14. The Ghost of the Deep, unraveling the mystery of Bathyphysa conifer. Imagine stumbling upon a creature nearly 50 feet long, lurking in the darkest depths of the ocean. The workers who first encountered it were left speechless by its sheer size. Its long, spaghetti-like tendrils gave it an eerie, almost alien look, as it moved both smoothly and jerkily, as if shifting shape with every second. This strange being was later identified as Bathyphysa conifer, an elusive deep-sea organism, nearly impossible to study due to the fragile nature of its body. What made this discovery even more fascinating was how delicate and complex the creature was. Living in complete darkness, any exposure to light could damage its fragile structure, and the slightest disturbance could cause the creature to disintegrate into a cloud of tiny zooids, individual colonial organisms. Marine biologists were captivated by this, realizing that Bathyphysa conifer wasn't just a chaotic mass of organisms, but an intricately organized entity. Each zooid had a role, from detecting changes in the water to hunting prey and digesting food. Despite its eerie, almost otherworldly appearance, there was something unexpectedly peaceful about Bathyphysa conifer. It had found its place in the vast, mysterious world of the deep ocean, far beyond the reach of human eyes. Hidden away in the darkness, it lived in harmony, a delicate masterpiece of nature's design. Number 13. The silent threat of the red tide. It begins quietly, a strange discoloration in the water, slowly transforming it into a deep, blood-like hue. This is the red tide, an eerie phenomenon caused by algae that release toxins deadly to both marine life and humans. While its presence may seem subtle, the effects are devastating, leaving entire ecosystems crippled. The impact ripples through the food chain. Fish and other sea creatures ingest the algae, passing the poison to their predators like dolphins and sharks. But the danger doesn't stop there. The red tide can affect humans too, causing respiratory issues and other health problems for those unfortunate enough to come in contact with it. Perhaps the most unnerving part is its silence. The red tide creeps ashore without warning, its toxic foam even threatening the lives of unsuspecting birds. Once it settles in, there's little that can be done to stop it. Yet, despite its deadly nature, the red tide fascinates scientists and adventurers, drawing them to study its deadly beauty. Number 12. Azerbaijan's fiery mud volcanoes, nature's explosive wonder. Did you know that nearly half of the world's 1,000 mud volcanoes are found in Azerbaijan? Known as the Land of Fire, this country is home to over 400 of these extraordinary natural phenomena. When they erupt, it's a spectacle unlike any other. Imagine massive columns of fire and flame shooting hundreds of feet into the air, both mesmerizing and terrifying. What makes these mud volcanoes even more astonishing is the source of their eruptions. Vast reserves of natural gas and oil beneath the surface fuel these explosive displays. This means there's no end in sight to their fiery shows. But while they may be incredible to watch, they're far from a peaceful vacation spot. Thinking of relaxing by the Caspian Sea? You might want to reconsider. These eruptions are unpredictable and dangerous, turning serene landscapes into mud-filled infernos in a flash. Best to admire them from a safe distance if you don't want to be caught off guard by nature's fiery performance. Number 11. The Underwater Wonder, a statue of Jesus in Lake Michigan. Imagine diving into the icy depths of Lake Michigan, where all around you is darkness. Suddenly, a faint light flickers in the distance. As you swim closer, a striking vision appears, a 10-foot white marble cross, and lying on it, a life-size statue of Jesus, as if in eternal slumber. This is not a myth, it's a breathtaking reality beneath the waters. The story behind this submerged statue is just as astonishing. A grieving family who tragically lost their young son in a horrific accident commissioned the statue to honor his memory, but fate had another twist. During its transport to the United States, the statue was damaged beyond recognition. Rather than abandon it, a group of divers saw the statue's beauty and potential as a memorial for those lost in the lake's waters. Today, the statue rests beneath the waves, becoming a powerful symbol of hope, faith, and resilience. For divers who visit, it offers more than just a moment of awe. It is a reminder of the strength found in memorials, even in the unlikeliest of places. Number 10. The bone-eating zombie worm, a tiny ocean horror. At first glance, you might mistake the zombie worm for a creature from a fairy tale with its delicate frills and feather-like appearance. But don't be fooled by its graceful exterior. This creature thrives in the ocean's depths, feasting on the bones of dead whales. The zombie worm uses serrated teeth to break through bone, but it doesn't stop there. It releases a powerful acid that dissolves the bone, allowing it to feed on the rich nutrients inside. What makes the zombie worm even more fascinating is its ability to convert bone proteins into fats and nutrients, essential for its survival. Once it breaches the bone, it begins its gruesome work, all while its feathery appendages sway gently in the water, absorbing oxygen to sustain its life. This tiny worm has mastered a delicate balancing act, maintaining just the right amount of oxygen to power its bizarre lifestyle. But here's the good news. Despite its terrifying feeding habits, the zombie worm is no threat to us. Females only grow up to 2 inches long, and the males are even smaller, microscopic in fact. So unless you're a whale bone resting on the ocean floor, there's no reason to fear this tiny bone-eating horror. Number 9. The Mystery Trains of New Jersey, an underwater enigma. New Jersey is known for its diners, Atlantic City, and being the birthplace of Frank Sinatra, but did you know it also hides a spooky secret beneath the ocean? In 1985, 2 trains were discovered deep underwater off the coast of Long Branch. The real shocker? These locomotives date back to the 1850s, with no records of them ever being built or reported missing. How did they get there? That's where the mystery deepens. Some suggest the trains were lost in a storm, while others believe they were intentionally dumped into the sea. The eeriest theory, however, is that they were discarded to hide evidence of a crime, sparking wild speculation about hidden treasures and unsolved mysteries. Even after 160 years underwater, these locomotives are surprisingly well preserved, with rust-covered but intact structures. Despite decades of research, scientists and historians still have no clear answers, leaving this underwater locomotive graveyard an unsolved enigma. Number 8. The Louisiana Big Canyon, nature's terrifying fury. Imagine an entire forest swallowed in mere seconds. That's exactly what happened in Louisiana when a massive sinkhole, dubbed the Louisiana Big Canyon, emerged seemingly out of nowhere. This colossal chasm, so vast and unstoppable, consumed everything in its path. 40-foot cypress trees disappearing like twigs. It's no wonder the video footage of this disaster quickly went viral. The sinkhole, a result of a collapsed salt mine, sparked an environmental catastrophe, forcing an entire town to evacuate. With damages estimated at $12 million, the area has been left in ruins. Some locals say it all started with a strange diesel smell and a mysterious gas rising from the marsh. Since then, the sinkhole has grown relentlessly, devouring the landscape and leaving destruction in its wake. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect? No one knows how deep it really is. A 750-foot measuring line wasn't enough to reach the bottom of this monstrous void. The sheer mystery of its depth sends chills down the spine, leaving residents of Bayou Corn facing an uncertain and dangerous future. Number 7. Lost City. Beneath the waves, an ancient marvel of China. Hidden deep beneath the East China Sea lies a secret, an ancient underwater city intentionally submerged by the Chinese government. This forgotten metropolis, once a thriving civilization over 1,300 years ago, now rests between 80 and 160 feet below the surface. Spanning nearly 40 square miles, its stunning architecture and intricate carvings remain eerily preserved, telling the story of a grand past. Imagine wandering through underwater streets, where dragons and phoenixes are carved into stone walls, while proud stone lions stand guard over submerged temples and halls. Despite being underwater for centuries, these relics of ancient China have held on to their beauty and power, captivating divers and explorers alike. Thanks to the efforts of a local tourism official, this hidden treasure has become a top destination for adventure seekers from all over the world. For the truly brave, the Beijing Diving Club was invited to explore this lost city, and soon it became a dream for scuba enthusiasts to dive into history. Not a diver? No problem. Special submarines have been built to take tourists on guided tours through the city's sunken streets, offering an unforgettable glimpse into one of China's greatest ancient achievements. Number 6. The 2,400-year-old time capsule. Discovery of the oldest sunken ship. In 2018, an extraordinary discovery shook the world of archaeology. A 2,400-year-old shipwreck was found at the bottom of the Black Sea, off the coast of Bulgaria. This sunken treasure is believed to be a Greek merchant vessel, now the oldest ship ever found. Even more incredible, it's been almost perfectly preserved for over 2 millennia. Measuring 75 feet long, the ship has remained intact thanks to the oxygen-deprived depths where it was discovered. Archaeologists were stunned to find rowing benches, masts, rudders, and other elements fully preserved. For researchers, this was an unparalleled opportunity, an ancient Greek vessel preserved as if time itself had frozen. The ship's design closely resembles those seen on ancient Greek wine vases, offering a rare glimpse into a world that existed 2,400 years ago. This isn't just a historical find, it's a literal time capsule, allowing us to study life in ancient Greece with an incredible level of detail. Number 5. The Ocean's Graveyard. Haunting ghost ships of North Korea. Imagine the ocean as a vast, unforgiving desert, one that has claimed countless lives throughout human history. For every ship that makes it safely to shore, there are many more that disappear into the abyss, becoming forgotten relics of a time long gone. Their remains lie scattered on the ocean floor, like the bones of an ancient sea monster. Some still recognizable, while others are mangled beyond recognition by relentless currents. Yet not all of these ships remain silent. Some rise as ghost ships, haunting the waters they once sailed, eerie reminders of their tragic end. Among the most chilling are the ghost ships of North Korea, vessels that speak of desperation and isolation in one of the world's most reclusive nations. North Korean fishermen, often ill-equipped and unprepared for the perils of the ocean, set sail in search of food, only to vanish without a trace. What makes these ghost ships even more disturbing is the mystery that surrounds them. Some say they are the result of the oppressive regime, where limited resources force fishermen to venture farther into dangerous waters. Without the means of communication or rescue, their fates remain unknown, leaving behind nothing but haunting questions. For thrill seekers, these ghost ships may seem like thrilling enigmas, but for families who've lost loved ones at sea, they are a haunting reminder of the ocean's deadly grasp. Number 4. Meet the ocean's creepiest critter. the giant isopod. Picture the deep sea, filled with vibrant marine life. But what if I told you there's a creature down there straight out of a horror movie? Enter the giant isopod. With their armored exoskeletons and terrifying pincers, they look like they could crush a small submarine. These eerie beasts can grow up to 30 inches long, and if that doesn't send chills down your spine, their diet will. Giant isopods are the scavengers of the ocean floor, feasting on decaying carcasses of dead whales, squids, and fish. Imagine coming across a group of these creatures during an ocean exploration. With their ability to curl into a ball and blend seamlessly into the sandy seafloor, they'd be easy to miss until they're right in front of you. But before you let your imagination run wild, there's no need to panic. Despite their terrifying looks and gruesome eating habits, giant isopods are harmless to humans. Still, knowing these massive creatures are lurking in the depths might make you think twice about diving into the unknown. Number 3. Terrifying predators lurking beneath the waves. Imagine encountering a creature so bizarre it would send shivers down your spine. If extraterrestrial life exists, it might resemble something like this: the flatworm. But don't be fooled by its name. This isn't your ordinary worm. It's a fierce predator capable of devouring prey much larger than itself, all while appearing as a small, harmless blob. What's even more astonishing is that this flatworm lacks both respiratory and circulatory systems. Instead, it absorbs oxygen through diffusion, relying on its flat shape to keep its tiny body alive. Some species even have the extraordinary ability to regenerate their entire bodies if cut in half. Just imagine witnessing this strange creature feasting on a crab caught at low tide. It's both fascinating and unsettling. The flatworm's gut is another marvel of nature, with a branched digestive system that efficiently spreads nutrients throughout its body. This unique adaptation makes it a deadly predator, capable of instilling fear in anything it encounters, including humans. Now, imagine if this flatworm were large enough to hunt humans, a thought that might make you think twice before swimming in the ocean again. Number 2. The Baltic Seas Mysterious Depths, a UFO or just a rock? Are you ready to explore the eerie depths of the Baltic Sea? In 2014, an object resembling a UFO was discovered, setting off a wave of excitement and speculation. People wondered, could this be proof of extraterrestrial visitors? How did a flying saucer end up submerged beneath the Baltic waters? Despite the initial buzz, scientists and researchers soon revealed that the object wasn't a UFO at all. Instead, it was identified as a disc-shaped fragment of rock. But what is this mysterious boulder, and where did it come from? Some experts suggest it might be a meteorite, but its exact origin remains a mystery. Even if the object isn't from another world, the fact remains that the Baltic Sea holds many untold secrets. Who knows what other strange phenomena or undiscovered life forms might be lurking in its dark, unexplored depths? Number 1. Chilling discoveries at Foss Lake. It all started with a shocking discovery that left the small town reeling. Foss Lake had hidden a terrifying secret for decades: rusty vintage cars submerged beneath its surface. But the real horror began when one of the cars was pulled from the water, revealing the decomposed bodies of 3 teenagers. Huddled together in the back seat, they seemed to seek comfort in their final moments. Just a few feet away, a second car was discovered, containing the remains of 3 more passengers. Their bodies, frozen in desperate poses, told a tragic tale. These teenagers had disappeared without a trace in 1970, leaving their families in despair. Strangely, the passengers in the second car had gone missing a year earlier in 1969, yet both vehicles were found in the same chilling spot. The eerie coincidence of these discoveries unsettled the entire town. Though medical examinations ruled the deaths accidental, the strange circumstances and the fact that 2 cars vanished a year apart left people fearful of the lake. Once a peaceful place, Foss Lake had transformed into a haunting symbol of mystery and dread. Can you believe what we've uncovered in the depths of our oceans? It's a reminder of how much we still don't know about our planet. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the unknown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible discoveries. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive. Because who knows what other secrets the ocean might be hiding.